Burnley, of course, as I said, under Vincent Kompany. I saw them not that long ago down at the Den at Millwall. They were brilliant. Millwall fought all the way and got a point that night. Millwall won last night. Gary Rowett must be very pleased with the way things are going, because the playoffs look certainly could well become a reality for them.
Good manager.
But Danny, before I was distracted by something went off in your hand, are Michael Carrick and Vincent Kompany going to be Premier League managers next season, with or without Middlesbrough and Burnley respectively?
Well, I think Vincent Kompany is definitely going to be, because he's, they're more or less up, aren't they?
Yeah.
And even if, which I don't think he will, by the way, but even if he did leave or was poached by somebody else and he felt the need to go, which would be a strange one considering they gave him the opportunity, he's on such a crest of a wave with them, he's going to be in the Premier League, isn't he? Carrick's a different question, because Middlesbrough are on the periphery. I think they're a couple of points behind, aren't they, of the automatics. And if they don't go up, then he'd need an opportunity to be presented to him by somebody else, which might not happen. But he's certainly a intelligent young man who's doing a great job. But he needs to follow it through by getting them up, doesn't he? The
thing about Michael Carrick, I mean, he's taken Middlesbrough from a remote part of the Championship to third this morning.
He's done very well. And I was critical of him. No, I wasn't critical of him.
I was just going to say
I was critical of the appointments and felt that there was a significant amount of jeopardy in there, because Michael Carrick would know little about the Championship. What he's shown is that he can translate leadership from playing in the Premier League to the Championship. It's very similar to what Roy Keane did with Sunderland when he went in at Sunderland and they were languishing at the bottom and took them into the upper echelons of the Championship, into the Premier League. Look, if Vincent Kompany is a calculating person and is looking at the opportunities that are around for him, and he takes Burnley up and a really big club comes in for him, he can look at it and go, what would be my opportunity? My reputation is at its highest now. I've just smashed it with Burnley. I've changed the brand of football that they're playing. I've taken them out of the division on the crest of a wave. I've come in, I've really earned my strapes in his mind. And what am I going to get with Burnley? Potentially diminished by the fact that they might not be competitive in this division because they can't be, and then all of a sudden my currency drops a little bit. So it depends on that sort of calculation. Carrick is a different place, because they potentially, if they'd have won last night, would have put themselves in a really strong position, because they'd be right on the shoulders of Sheffield United, that looked like they're having a tiny little bit of a wobble. Yeah. But they didn't. They drew. So there's still Sheffield United in the box seat. But Carrick has done a great job in there. I still think there's a difference between Carrick and Vincent Kompany because of Vincent Kompany's experience in Belgium.
Sure. I mean, regards Carrick, there is noise around him. Should David Moyes not carry on with West Ham, there's noise about Carrick ending up there. We'll see about that. Tony Cascarino here at talkSPORT was talking about Vincent Kompany, saying, I tell you who he's perfect for, and then he went on. Have a listen.
There's an opportunity out there that is going to be jumped on by somebody very quickly. And I think if they do lose Conte, which looks like pretty much like it's going to happen in the summer, there's one person that stands out for me, and it's Vincent Kompany, and you met him last week. He stands out for me as the one to jump the queue and get in, because I've listened to his team talks. You can look at how he's changed the football club so dramatically. Yeah. The Burnley fans will hate me, but will love the way that he's producing the team to play football, how exciting they've been. He's smart enough, he's a captain, he's a leader, and leaders do lead. And I think he ticks all them boxes. If I was Daniel Levy and I was really looking for a guy I could get, he would be top of my hit list. What he's done at Burnley is nothing short of incredible.
I mean, it is incredible. He's got them playing so well, and they're out of sight.
Well, I understand his logic, Cass, definitely, because he does look not only an impressive character in terms of the way he speaks and his presence. You know, Vincent, he's such a warm, charismatic guy, but he's got that presence, hasn't he? You've seen footage of some of the things that come out doing the team talks at Burnley and stuff, but the way they're playing.
Yeah.
So he is destined for great things. Do you know what? There's some similarities here around when Gerrard went to Villa, I think. Because if you're looking at, I'm using Cass's example of Kompany to Tottenham. It depends on Vincent Kompany's long-term ambitions and how he sees his pathway. Because if he ultimately wants to end up managing Man City, we don't know whether that's the case, but if that is the case, which is highly likely, you've got to be cute and clever how you get yourself to that journey.
The route that you take, yeah.
Yeah, because if he went up with Burnley and it didn't quite work out, no, it's not going to go against him so much. Whereas if he jumped to Tottenham straight away after a year in Belgium and a year at Burnley getting them up, jumped to Tottenham and failed like everyone else, I say failed, didn't progress them. Or it went worse than they expected, then all of a sudden that next jump to a Man City probably isn't going to happen.
I wonder how Vincent will approach the Premier League with Burnley, though, signing. Because the other night when I saw them down the road at the Den,
they're all guns out.
A high press, super highly charged, energy-based team, young team.
Sorry,
Keep
just
the
before you
ball.
answer that,
will
Simon,
he do that in the Premier League?
Just to clarify my point, because I didn't make it clear then, the comparison with Stevie was that obviously Villa, then Liverpool, because he wasn't thinking about Liverpool.
Yeah.
He took the Villa job thinking I can do it, and then now the Liverpool thing looks a million miles away. So
Yeah.
Kompany's it depends on his long term, is what I mean.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.